Let's talk about reflection. If I am to be very crass, if I were to teach you only one tool as a leader that will actually really give you traction and change, it would be to teach you how to reflect. And not just reflect like when you're stuck in traffic, but to reflect in a much more aware way, in a much more deliberate way. Because the thing is, most people say, sure, yeah, I reflect. It's important. As a manager, I reflect. But they don't. Really. There are 3 levels of reflection. You have to understand that the 3 levels of reflection are equally important for you to function well as a manager and as a leader. First level is the operative one. When you come out of a meeting and you ask yourself a proper reflection question, like what could I have done better, or what went on there, what really went on in that meeting. That's operative. It's right in contact with the actual event that you're trying to reflect on. Some people are good at that. Then you have the second level, the tactical level of reflection. And that's where you create a bit of distance between you and the event. So, like for example, if you once a month ask yourself, do I see a pattern in my one-to-ones? Or do I see a pattern when it comes to my crisis management? Or do I see a pattern in my meeting facilitation skills? When you look for patterns from a slight bit of distance. Now, that's a second type of reflection, and some people are really good at that. The third type, however, is where many people have a blind spot. It's high-level reflection or strategic reflection. That's where you, once every 6 months or 12 months, climb up into the helicopter and look at your operations, your life, your work, your career, your teams from a really high level. Because when we're in the operative or tactical reflection mode, we don't see shifts that are gradual, that are so gradual that we don't notice them until they're in our faces. And we need to be able to identify these before we let 5 years pass and we're bitter somewhere saying, why didn't I see this coming? So the high-level reflection is, in my opinion, the most important one. Some people are good at that. But most of all, when people are good at any type of reflection, they usually have a blind spot for the other 2. So my challenge to you is to identify where do you have your weak spot, where do you have your blind spot when it comes to reflection, and where do you have your preference, what are you good at? And then, in order to work with those levels of reflection where you don't have your strength, you need to find really smart, really crisp questions and ask them regularly. So if you need to be good at operative reflecting, you need to have a crisp question that you ask yourself after every event that is operative where you need to reflect on that level. And if you have no high-level questions, no strategic reflection questions, then you need to identify what are the questions I would ask myself, my career, my team, every 6 months or every 12 months. That's how you work with reflection. Good luck.